Hey guys, welcome back. We have a lot of Bardock here. Bardock doesn't need meter to complete damaging combos with assists. Having 2 low attacks make him a competent anchor with mix-up potential. Seeing as he's strong in those areas, he's best suited as your first character. His normals in the neutral are okay at best, and his aerial normals are average. Even though he lacks good projectiles, he makes up for it with his rushdown capabilities. Your main game plan is rushdown, and his dash punch covers a lot of ground quickly and leads to a combo on hit or advantage on block with team synergy. He can also pressure opponents with ease and it's hard to keep him out. A top tier point character for sure. Quarter circle forward and light gives you the Rebellion Spear. I'm just gonna call it the dash punch. It's fast, travels pretty far, you also have priority over most attacks, but not heavies. It's not too big of a deal because people generally don't use heavies outside of combos. Clearly this is your best option to get in close in the neutral. It can be used in the air, however air usage is limited since it'll knock your opponent away on hit. The medium version is an upward jumping punch that counts as a smash on hit. In order to take advantage of the smash, you have to be close to the corner. Despite it looking like an anti-air, it has no invulnerability over airborne opponents. It does, however, have the priority of a heavy attack, so you won't lose on trades, unlike the light version. If done in the air, you'll dive downwards for a smash attack that'll give you a high enough bounce to allow an extended juggle that doesn't do as much damage as a simple juggle, but if you want to use some meter, it's your most damage in 1 bar solo option. If you happen to impact your opponent low to the ground, you'll immediately land and you'll have a bounce similar to the grounded version, and it can be treated exactly the same way. The heavy version is the light version with extended range, however it'll switch sides after the impact and allow you to go into the medium version afterwards. If you want to combo off of a light dash punch without an assist, just use a vanishing attack instead because its advantage on block, can combo in open space, it switches sides also in case you want to get them in the corner, and the follow-up combo is practically the same amount of damage. Next up we have Bardock's spin punch that ends with an overhead, also known as the Raging Meteor, which I won't be calling it that either. The light version operates the same on the ground as in the air, allowing your opponent to tech when they hit the ground. The medium version, however, gives you a hard knockdown when performed on the ground or after a smash launcher. So that means during a normal juggle it won't give you a hard knockdown. The heavy version will always give you a hard knockdown though. Quarter circle forward and special will give you a slow gut punch that transitions into a smash on hit. It gives you a slight wall bounce that allows for a meterless combo starter if you're in the corner. If you charge it all the way, it gives you more damage and a bigger wall bounce allowing a meterless combo starter in open space. If you already used the smash, you'll need to use meter or an assist to continue the combo. This is one of those rare attacks that are plus on block. Your lights are incontestable to all normal attacks and can't be jumped out of. And by normal attacks I mean anything that doesn't possess invincibility. Your crouch and medium can't be interrupted by normal attacks, but they can jump out of it. While you can get some hefty damage if used as a combo starter, real matches don't quite play out like unconventional, highly situational combo videos do, so the primary use for this attack is to provide block stun pressure. Normally I don't talk about supers because they're just part of combos usually, and they operate exactly how you think they should. But Bardock's level 1 super with the special and heavy buttons operates like a level 3, as in it's fully invulnerable on frame 1 till after the impact. There's an extension too, but who cares about that. Here's an overview of what attacks you should be thinking about at specific ranges. In the long range, you're going to want to use Bardock's dash punch with an assist. Obviously, it's very fast and a great way to get in. However, when paired with a proper assist, you can get a full combo on hit or advantage on block. This is integral to Bardock, as it makes him a real threat. When you get into the mid-range, you can use generic offense, such as a low air dash or just a normal dash into a low medium. If you went for the low air dash heavy, mash on light to start a combo or get your opponent in some block stun pressure. I rarely use a low medium to start my offense, but of course if your opponent isn't blocking low all the time, then go for it. With most characters, I'm not a fan of using light attacks because of the increased damage scaling. However, Bardock's stand-in light is great because the second hit recenters your opponent, allowing for easy combo extensions on airborne opponents. The full can string is light, crouching medium, stand-in medium. You'd want to use this to begin your block stun pressure as well as start a combo. It also gives you a lot of time to hit confirm, which is why I'm okay with the reduced damage. Let's take a look at which assists benefit Bardock's core strategies the most. Generally, points were given if you can combo after the assist, if you can combo with the ideal extension, which is light, down, medium, and if the timing is reasonable. A point can be taken away for extremely difficult timing to the point where it can't be consistent. And of course, I'll point out special notes when they come. Being able to combo off of a raw vanishing attack is always good to keep your opponent from getting too comfortable trying to zone you out. Tien can combo only at long range, and you can't get a light. With Yamcha, the timing gets harder the closer you are to your opponent, and it seems random at max range, so move forward slightly to make it a lot more consistent. With Beerus and Nappa, use a jumping medium to follow up instead. Goku Blue can't combo at close range or at max range, very strict timing overall. With Trunks, wait till your opponent falls a bit more before attacking or else they're going to be too high. Follow up with the jumping attack when using Cell. When calling 16, light is possible at longer ranges with a perfectly timed dash, and you can only get a jumping attack at max range. Vegeta Blue can only combo at mid range. I'm still not sure if he should even have a point. Broly gives you a jumping attack. Gotenks lost a point because you have to wait longer than you should before vanishing. With Piccolo, you need to quickly dash and use a standing medium. 21 has strict timing and you're only going to get a jump and follow up. Doesn't work at mid range either. It's very difficult with Majin Buu, and you have to super jump to combo. As we covered before, the dash punch will give you much needed offense pressure into neutral, and with a proper assist it'll lead to a full combo on hit and advantage on block. Beerus, Vegeta, and Cell need to be called out before the dash punch. On top of that, Vegeta and Cell don't connect at max range. And with Cell, you'd want to slightly delay your follow-up to make sure you connect after his final hit to ensure that they don't go flying away. Depending on the range, you might need to quickly dash. Bardock relies heavily on low juggles with assist extensions, just like every other point character. The timing is usually on the impact of the final juggle hit, however I'll point out those with unique timing. Tien can only get a jump and attack after. It's best to use the auto combo to get more hype after the assist. With Ginyu and Nappa, call him out immediately after the heavy. The timing's fairly tough, so feel free to follow up with a crouch and heavy or a jump and medium to be on the safe side. With Beerus, the timing is slightly after the impact of the second medium attack, and you can only follow up with a jump and attack. If the corner is nearby, you can get a combo with the help of a smash. Call out Trunks immediately after the heavy. The timing for Cell is right after you input your medium spin punch. Call 16 out immediately after you use your heavy. Broly can get a light if you call him out just after the heavy. However, if you call him out at the same time you push heavy, you'll get a really easy jump and follow up. Call Piccolo after you push medium, super jump straight up to combo afterwards. Call out Kid Gohan with the heavy and you can get a super dash afterwards. With 21, the timing is with the heavy, but don't quickly release the assist button to add much needed frame so your opponent will be lower to the ground. With Majin Buu, call him out with the heavy, and then super jump with an auto combo to follow up. Hit's timing is also with the heavy, however hold the assist button a bit longer before you release. This is very straightforward. Those who can combo off of a Dragon Rush in the corner. An additional point was given if they can combo in open space. Yamcha can combo in open space, but it's much more strict. With Nappa, follow up with the Super Jump Light Light. This also works in open space. Call Goku Blue out right before you push the heavy. Vegeta can easily combo in open space. The timing is the second impact of the medium. For Beerus, quickly tap the assist button before the heavy. Cell can combo in open space, but it's dependent on the last hit of his attack whiffing. The best timing I found was to call him out immediately after the input of the light spin punch. In the corner, call him out on the second impact of your medium. To follow up, super jump after him. The timing for Trunks is immediately after you push the heavy. Your follow-up is a jumping attack. Call out 16 at the same time you push heavy. Super jump for the follow-up. Broly can get a jump and follow-up if you call him out at the same time you push heavy, but it's really difficult, so he lost the point. Piccolo's timing is the same as the final hit of the medium spin punch. For Kid Gohan, call him out just after the heavy and you get a super jump follow-up. Majin Buu can follow up if you super jump with an auto combo. Call hit at the same time with the final impact of the medium spin punch. While point characters should stay away from using meter, Bardock can cause 70% damage with just 2 bars, or 100% with 4 bars and a spark. That type of damage output is hard to overlook, point character or not. With Yamcha, Goku, and Ginyu, you must super immediately after you call the assist or it might go right past your opponent. And with Ginyu specifically, from a hard knockdown, use a standing medium to follow up. Stricter timing on airborne opponents, but possible. Krillin can actually combo, it's just really difficult. But hey, that's worth a point. Kid Buu can't combo off of a hard knockdown, and you can only get a jump and attack afterwards with some consistency. With Nappa, due to the height, follow up with the Super Jump Light Light. With Goku Blue, activate the super immediately after calling the assist. Super strict timing. Vegeta Blue only gives you a jump and attack, super jump on a hard knockdown. 16 must be called out just before you super. To follow up super jump. Majin Buu also follows up with the super jump, extremely difficult off of a hard knockdown. Hit gets a jump and light follow up, really strict timing on airborne opponents. Of course, there's going to be a lot of variety with assists, but your standard meterless combo will look something similar to this. Remember that each team is different, some slightly, some drastically. I mean, you're not supposed to be able to combo with the Gokus in open space, right? It's obvious that your opponent's going to be blocking your combo attempts, so having good block string tactics is very important. Bardock can keep your opponent on the defense in open space with every non-Gohan, Krillin, or 18 assist. For this demonstration, I've chosen quick single hit assists, so your Pendant Vegeta and Goku Black assists will make this extremely forgiving in terms of timing. Alright, here's the loop. Low air dash into heavy, crouch in light, stand in light light, crouch in medium, stand in medium, special, heavy, slight delay into a crouch in heavy, cancelled into a slightly delayed medium spin punch. Then call out your assist, and based on what assist that is, slight delay, then repeat. I've recorded the block string to the train and dummy to ensure that this is all inescapable. So that means when I try to interrupt it, Bardock's gonna keep on going just as if I was blocking it still. Regardless of where I try to interrupt, I can't. And the good thing about this is that the beginning of the loop is his combo link. Light light, crouch in medium, stand in medium. So that will give you a decent amount of time to recognize if your opponent got hit or not. Of course you can reflect during the fireball and the assist, however a Dragon Rush will definitely counter that. But yeah, as you can see, you can keep going since your assist will recover in time. I'm sure you guys noticed when we got to the corner I started using the gut punch after the assist. The block damage is good, and since you're not jumping there's no chance of you being anti-aired if you're slightly off with your timing. But the timing's a lot tighter, or at least with the assist I'm using, so you might just want to stick to air dashes if you don't have the multi-hit and assist. Okay, how about something a bit easier to do? When you make contact with your opponent, end your block string with a stand in medium, then cancel in the quarter circle forward medium. When you're directly over your opponent, call out your assist, then air dash back towards your opponent and either hit them before you land, or empty jump and kick them low. It all happens pretty fast, so your opponent's just gonna have to guess. This also works in the corner, except you don't even have to use an air dash. As always, thanks for checking out the video. I figure I'd do another one soon. Then after that, I'll let you guys decide what I do next. Whether it's Injustice, or Dragon Ball, or perhaps something different entirely.